Hello, welcome to Scrap Time. My name is Christine, and in this video we're going to be making a holiday card using the Crafters Workshop Christmas word stencil with some of their Shimmery Goodness and some buttons from Buttons Galore. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to make this card. I paint the background and then you can see that I've added some Shimmery Goodness through the stencil. You can see the words back there, and then use the buttons to make a little Christmas tree. So I've already painted my background. I just wanted to show you. I used the Crafters Workshop blue Jellybean with spun sugar. Now I have probably a little bit more blue than I wanted, so what I would do is put out your spun sugar and just add the blue like a little tiny bit at a time if you want this softer blue. And you can blend them together to get a nice soft color. And I just use a little sponge to paint it on because I just want a nice thin layer of paint there. So next we're going to add our background. Now I'm going to use this stencil here. It's Christmas words. And I'm not so concerned about what words are on the card. It is basically a background. So I'm going to position my stencil on, and again I'm going to tape it on because I'm doing words. I don't want it to move on me. This time I'm not going to tape my card down. I'm just going to tape the stencil down. And it just sort of helps hold everything in place. Now I'm going to be using this Shimmery Goodness from the Crafters Workshop. It dries clear and iridescent and it adds shimmer. And so that's why it's great for a background, because it sort of blends into the background but gives you something more than just the solid paint. So this would be great even over like a snowflake stencil. You can see it is quite thick, so that also makes it great for using with stencils. I just put a little bit on my sponge and then put it on my craft mat. And what I want to do is I usually put it on like this and then I smooth it out. Gonna get a bit more there. So I pounce it on to know that it's getting in there, but then I come back and just sort of smooth it because I don't want that texture. I'm just looking for color. Now you should be able to see the difference between where we used it and where we didn't. It's a lot softer where it's gone on, and then it's darker where we haven't painted it on. If you can't really see it on the camera, you can see sort of there it's dark and here it's soft. But when you're doing it, you can see, so it helps you know where you still need to put it. So I think we've basically covered it. So if I put it to the light, you should be able to see we now have those shimmery words on there. Now this is quite a thin layer, but I'm still going to hit it with a heat gun and to make sure it's dried completely before we work on our tree. So now I'm going to make a tree out of buttons using the 28 Lilac Lane decorative embellishments. These are designed by May Flum for Buttons Galore. And in the pack, you get a whole pile. So in this set, it was sort of the teal, purples, and greens. You get buttons, you get beads, you get sequins, and little pearls. I just put them in a bag. I find it's just easier to dig out what I'm looking for. So I pulled out some of the purple buttons. I thought this time we'll do purple. And what you want to do is you just build up your little tree. So you sort of have, you know, 1 and then 2, then 3. Mix and match your buttons. put a big button in the middle, and there's like flat ones and shiny ones, lots to choose from. And I need one more row. I might actually move all this up. It's a little low down there. I think I want a few more little bigger ones. It's too big for there. I think I'll put this one in the middle. And a couple on the ends. And then I like to use another color for the little trunk. And I use a pearl for the star. So I'm going to glue all this down, sort of like that, and then I'll show you the finished card. So here we have the completed card. I like to use glossy accents when I'm gluing on my buttons, but you could also use like a multi-medium or another glue, whatever you prefer. The other thing to keep in mind are the holes of the buttons. I tried to line mine up to make it more up and down, straight and narrow, rather than having them like crooked and offset. But you could do it whichever way you like, but just keep in mind that the buttons do add to the design. And there you go. Using some Shimmery Goodness and some buttons, you can make holiday cards in a flash. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give our video a thumbs up and subscribe to Scrap Time videos on YouTube. In the meantime, here are a couple other videos you might be interested in watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.